Hello, longboarding mom. I have been extremely exhausted. I've been trying to make videos ahead of time in case something like this happened, and I'm glad I did because my thyroid has been out of whack, and I've been a little bit dizzy. It's weird. It's like a dizzy thing, but I feel like I'm like floating on a cloud. It's doesn't affect me bad. I can control it and manage it, but I've been really tired. So I've been cooking, but I haven't really been doing videos. And the videos I've been doing for my grandbaby because I'm reading and then editing. And I am my own editor, my own photographer, and I do everything. So it gets really tiresome, and your brain and stuff sometimes doesn't want to work, and fogginess and stuff. And so I've gone to the doctor. I've had to establish a new doctor. It's crazy. Our town just can't keep doctors, and so we have been going through doctors and stuff. And so I've got a new doctor, got my blood work done. They've upped my dosage on my medication, and hopefully it'll work. We're gonna get tested again in 6 weeks, and I'll let you guys know what's going on. But today we are gonna make cheesecakes, and these cheesecakes are going to be canned. I have never canned anything in my entire life, and my sister has been doing these really neat. She's been canning things in water bath, and she sent me a recipe. It's canned cheesecakes. So I'm going to, in my Instant Pot first, make some cherry compote because I'm going to make cherry cheesecakes. And the reason why I'm doing these shelf stable is because right now my family is trying to eat a little healthier, and cheesecakes are not very healthy, but I love cheesecakes, and if you can keep it for a while, it's 1 year, the better. So, in little servings and jars and stuff. One big pie, I usually want to eat the whole dang thing. So I can moderate myself and not worry about, and share the jar or something if I really need to, and not worry about all the calories and cholesterol and stuff like that. So we are going to get started first on making the cherry compote. I don't know if I've ever made that before for you guys, but I found it online. I use it for cheesecakes. Yogurts. I make in this Instant Pot here, which I don't have the lid on because it's drying. I make yogurts and my cheesecakes, and I make whole cheesecakes in it. So, but this time I'm just going to make the cherry compote, which, like I said, I use it for granola, yogurts, cheesecakes, and stuff like that. The cherry compote is so good. You can put in ice cream. It's just delicious. So we're going to make that. It's really simple. It's a few ingredients. I have it written down in my favorite book. You just buy frozen cherries. You need a 16-ounce package. It's 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. You can use fresh, or I've got lemon juice in the container. It's real lemon juice, and 100%. And then we need 2 tablespoons cornstarch and 2 tablespoons H2O, which is water, and that's what thickens the compote up, and just a little bit of almond extract. So I'm going to go gather these ingredients and turn the camera down so you guys can see what we're doing. We'll see you in a little bit. My recipe calls for 16 ounces of cherries. Shrinkflation happened. So look, 12 ounces. The directions say 8 ounces of cherries into your Instant Pot. So I'm going to pour in most of the bag and probably leave, it's probably a quarter of a cup. And we are going to, let me grab my little spoon. Instant Pot spoon. Spread that around. I need 2 tablespoons lemon juice, 3/4 cup of sugar. I'm not going to add the whole amount of lemon juice because we don't have all of that. We don't have the right amount of cherries, right? So we're going to do 1 tablespoon and let's do a teaspoon. And it calls for 3/4 of a cup of sugar. We can do, let's do a 1/2 cup of sugar. We're winging it here now, aren't we? Big old trusty sugar bowl out. Okay, 1/2 cup of sugar. And I'm going to sprinkle this around. And we're going to put the lid on and pressure cook it on high for 3 minutes. You want it in the sealed position. Let's see. Pressure cook. Oh, the last thing I did was a cheesecake, it looks like. So let's go all the way down to 3 minutes. And then you natural release for 10. Okay. There it goes, it's on, and now it needs to pressure, and once it starts to pressurize, it will cook for the 3 minutes, and then when that is done, we'll add the cornstarch and water to it to thicken it up. You just put it on saute, and you stir it around, and you thicken it up with your cornstarch, and then you add the remaining cherries, so you have some full cherries in there. I might cut these in half a little bit. We'll just leave it like that, and whatever goes into the cheesecakes, they'll just go in there. So I will be back in just a little bit, you guys. It's been 11 minutes. We're gonna release that pressure. There's no steam. You want to make sure you're clear of that area in case there was any steam, and open it away from you. I'm glad I put less stuff in there. It's really liquidy. So this is 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, and we're going to put 1.5 tablespoons of water. This is my filtered water. I like cold water. We're going to mix this together. I'm going to put this on saute after I'm done mixing this. So once again, I am not following this recipe because I don't have the 16 ounces of cherries. Thanks, shrinkflation. I just got a raise at work, and it's the cost of living raise. It's not a raise that my boss gave me, but it's weird because I'm supposed to be making more money, but I'm making less money. So I'm gonna put this on saute. Let's see, hold on. Let's turn it off, turn it on saute. I don't know what that does. It just starts minutes wise. We're gonna add this to it. Let it thicken up. I know you guys can't see this, but I'll show you once it's all thick inside. I think I can move it over just a little bit. You might be able to see inside. Oh, my recipes are falling out. I got stuff sitting everywhere because I'm getting ready to make that cheesecake. The insides, I've got to make the crust part. I've cleaned all of my jars, and I'm trying to see how many I can fit in my pan at a time. Like I said, I've never done this before, so I'm kind of excited. So you're just going to stir this around just a couple of minutes. And it is thickening up. I'm going to add in those remaining cherries. And we are going to add just a little tiny bit of almond extract. If you add too much, it will taste too much like almonds, and we don't want too much. So give me just a second. I'm going to find that almond extract. Oh, it was right behind me. It calls for 1/4 of a teaspoon. And this is 1/8 of a teaspoon right here. So I only need half of that amount. Just a little bit more than what I need. Let me pour. Okay, we're going to add that in. I know that doesn't, it's just like, what, a few drops it looks like. I'm going to stir this around. And we are going to let this cool in the refrigerator while we make our cheesecake stuff up, mixture. But that's it. I'm going to turn off. Turn it off. Turn it off. That's not too hot. And that will thicken up more once it sits in the refrigerator, because it's like a gravy. That cornstarch is like a gravy there. Smells so good. And that, look at that thickness. Thickness. I'm going to put it in a glass bowl and let it cool. So we will come back in just a little bit and start making the recipe. I've got to get that recipe on my tablet up so that we can make the crust for the cheesecake, the inside. I'm going to show you how to water bath it and hope we do it right, because like I said, I have never done this before. This is something my sister has been doing for a couple of years now, and she has been successful on everything she has made. So far, she's made stews, sauces for like Alfredo sauce. Gosh, I can't even think right now. My thyroid so messed up. I hate that feeling. But maybe when I come back, I gotta tell you almost everything she's made. Jams and jellies, and she's even won awards and stuff at the state fair. So, or her little county fair, I guess you would call it. But anyway, let's get this in the refrigerator. It's thickened up even more. It looks so much better. And start on our cheesecake part. Just had a huge blow up in my microwave with that butter. So remember my last recipe, I made a whole bunch of crushed graham crackers to make some graham cracker crust. That's my oven heating up at 350. So I need, for this recipe, that's why I did extra 1 cup. It's just a little bit over a cup. And we are going to add to that 2 tablespoons of sugar. There's 1 and 2. And optional, it says 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And that's 1 teaspoon. I don't like a lot of cinnamon. I love cinnamon, but cinnamon gives me heartburn, so we are not going to add the whole teaspoon. I'm just going to probably, I should have grabbed the half a teaspoon. Probably like 3/4 of a teaspoon there. Put the lid shaker back on. And I'm going to combine this all around with that little thing there. Because then what we are going to do is add a 1/2 cup of melted butter to this and combine it. And then we are going to separate it between all of these. There's 12 8-ounce mason jars. Keer, Kerr. Self-sealing, it says. So, like I said, I have never done this before. This is one new adventure we are exploring together. And my sister, oh, that wasn't melted all the way. My sister has made these cheesecakes, and I have tried them. She made me a, let's see, bourbon peach, I can't remember what it was. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Um, uh, and different cherries and something else. The lemon blueberry, I think. And her husband took some to Arizona on a road trip, and everybody ate those and stuff. So I'm gonna spoon, because I don't know how much this made, right? So it just seems so wet to me. I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon in each one for now. Hopefully that's not too much, right? And we're gonna pack it down in just a second and see what. So I'm gonna start with 1 tablespoon and then add more. It just seems so wet. And we're gonna put the cheesecake mixture on top of this, and then boiling water in this pan for the baking process and also the water bath process. So, and I don't know if all the jars are gonna fit with the lids, so I'm gonna probably have to do it in a two batches. I hope not. Takes about a half an hour each time you do it. So did you guys check out that video I did? You know, the ATM, it's not really ATM, it was just a grocery store I went to, and they were having issues. And then, like I said, my whole town had issues of no Wi-Fi. So if you get your information on the internet, there was no way of getting in any information at all. So what are you gonna do if that happens? You got radios to call people, or, you know, what are you gonna do in that situation? Okay, so I've got that much left. We are going to now use my teaspoon one and divvy it up. I know I'm weird. I just want it even. I want it all to have the same amount of ingredients. Oops. Normally when you make a cheesecake, you bake this crust first, but it all goes in at the same time into the oven. And you really can do it at separate times, or all together when you're doing a cheesecake. I just like my crust crunchier, if that makes any sense. I think that's just enough for each one of them. Almost enough. Look, go like this. Try not to get the outside because you want them to seal. So if I make a mess, I'm going to try to get them cleaned up as good as I can. We'll wash this in a little bit. I'm going to use my clean fingers to smash all this down. That's funny. I'll save that bag and I'll crush up more graham crackers in it, and until it gets a hole in it. So I'll just throw that in my box with my graham crackers. My husband's like, why is there a bag in here? Sometimes he's stopped asking me those questions now because he knows we've been married for almost 20 years. So he knows my weird stuff. Loud noise. I could use a spoon. I don't think a spoon would get in there well enough to pat all that down. See, they all fit in here like so. But once you get the rings on, I don't know if they're gonna fit. So I don't know. Let's try it and we'll see. This is, like I said, trial and error, my first time doing this. So let's start on the inside cheesecake mixture. I have got to get my son to work here in a little bit. So let's hope I can get all this in the oven in time. So we have a time limit now. Yay. I need 2 packages of cream cheese softened. Goodness. Goodness, goodness. Let me get this off here for a second. 2 packages of cream cheese, and we've got, sometimes it's cheaper to buy them in the 2 packs, which I buy all the time because we use cream cheese for bagels. Sometimes you add cream cheese to make your sauces a little thicker and creamier, like fettuccinis and stuff. I don't use cream cheese, I use other methods, but this is your cheap, not your cheating way. But cream cheese, yum. So when you make your cheesecakes and you put them in the Instant Pot, which I've made one of those already for you, you don't want to over whip your stuff because it makes it too tough. But if you cream the cream cheese together, and I'm going to do sour cream here in a second. Okay, get that whipped up. And it needs 8 ounces, 1 cup of sour cream. This is a whole 8 ounces. I buy these ones. I like the Winco ones and I like the small ones because I don't go through a lot of sour cream fast. So it stays fresher. And I'm just going to add that together. It says cream, the sour cream, and cream cheese together before you add all the other ingredients. I'm going to save this, but I'm going to throw all this away. Okay, I want to scrape the sides, make sure it's all incorporated. We're going to whip this up one more time, and then we're going to add the dry ingredients. Well, the eggs first. Had a little bit of breadcrumbs in it. So we're going to do 1 egg at a time. I got sour cream on me. I've already washed my hands. Okay, 1 egg. We're gonna mix that in. Second egg, I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, we're gonna mix this in together. I also need scrape the sides and mix it one more time because the sides had some cream cheese still stuck to it. So we're gonna mix it one more time, and then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of flour. It says 1/8 of a cup of flour, but do you ever find 1/8 of a cup measuring cups? I never have, so I had to look it up, and it said it's 2 tablespoons of flour. So let's mix this up again. I'm gonna add my 2 tablespoons of flour slowly. I also need cornstarch. I need 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and I couldn't find, because they're all dirty. So we're gonna do 2 half a tablespoons. We'll add that to it. I need 1 cup of sugar and 1/8 of a cup of lemon juice. So we'll add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to this too. Oh, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So I've got my teaspoon here. Or my vanilla here. Vanilla paste. Let me find my teaspoon. So it's going to have little flecks of vanilla. This one is, my sister made it, Indonesian vanilla bean paste. So we're going to add that 1 teaspoon to it. This is another thing she has water bathed for me. I'm getting flour on everything. I'm going to have to clean that up. So, like I said, this is something my sister has made in her water bath creation stuff. So I've got the cornstarch in. I've got the vanilla in. I need 1 cup of sugar. I'm getting low on sugar. Getting low on sugar. Okay, so we're going to turn that on, mix that around. And the last thing I'm going to add is that 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. It says 1/8 of a cup of lemon juice. Who measures 1/8 of a cup? Let me, jeez. Okay, so I need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3. I've never added lemon juice to my cheesecakes before. 4. Let's get this mixed around. I'm going to scrape the sides one more time. Mix it around. I don't want to over mix it. And then we are going to put this in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to pipe it into my jars, so I'll try not to get them on the sides. Lift this up, see if I can get a better scrape on here. I am messy. I am a messy cook. I love cooking, and I'm so messy. So much fun. So much fun. I missed doing this last week. Okay. I think I got all the ingredients in, and we have just enough time. I'm going to turn on the stove back here. I've got a pot of water already hot. I'm going to get it boiling, so when we're done getting this in here, we can boil it and put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. That'll give me time to drop my son off at work and come back. Chunks of cream cheese. I don't want that in there. I don't want that in there because that's not gonna taste very well if somebody gets that. Okay, let's get this off. My bowl of hot water over there. I'm gonna, whoops, sorry about that. Okay, that was loud, I'm sure. Get this off. So it says you can use a piping bag. I do have those, but not everybody is a cake decorator, so they don't have piping bags. And right now you can find those at the Dollar Tree, which is really cool. They're just really small. Look at this mess I made. So instead we're going to use this gallon Ziploc baggie. And one secret, because I don't have anyone to hold it for me, I'm going to use this, which I also got from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to stick it there like that, and I am going to pour it right on in. So there are some chunks of the cream cheese in there. I hope that doesn't... I just found some. So I'm hoping it doesn't mess up my mixtures there. Yeah, I'm not going to add that in. I might have to, you know what? Okay, and now, like I said, because not everybody has, you know what? Oh my gosh. These Ziploc baggies suck. I forgot they started making these bags different. So now they don't have the corner anymore that you would cut. So thanks for changing our... You know, I swear they're doing stuff on purpose to make things more difficult for people to do things. To make things cheaper. Let's hope this works, you guys. Fine. Yeah, look how big that hole is. That is not what I wanted. That is not what I was wanting. So we are going to pour in a little bit there. A little bit there. Try not to get any on the sides, right? A little bit there. Totally forgot that these bags suck. They don't make them like they used to. You see the little flecks of vanilla? I got another vanilla paste in there too. It's bourbon something. It's just the different type of vanilla beans that she bought. And she gets them online at Amazon, I think. I am not happy with this, the way this is working, because it's not getting on the outside, which is good. But if you're a cake decorator, you know what I'm talking about. This did not work the way I wanted it to. But it's working. And I hear my water starting to boil. Okay, some of these needed more. How are you supposed to squeeze and get everything out when it doesn't do it right, right? Okay, looks like I got one to clean up. So what I'm going to do, wash my hands up really good. Two to clean up. I'm trying to get all of this out. Okay, so what I need to do is clean these up. These ones need clean, and that one needs clean, and I got some on the side here. And I want to kind of shake, I'm going to shake these around a little bit to kind of even them out. And the ones that go up the side, I'm going to kind of clean those out a little bit, get the cheese down better. Like, see, that didn't work very well. Some of them have more in them than others. Okay, I'm going to clean these up and put them in the water bath and get them in the oven. Okay, now I'm supposed to fill these up with boiling water, not the inside of the jars, the outside here. So I am going to carefully pour. How do they do this, you guys? I want to pour water, but I don't want to spill it in my jars. And I don't want to spill it anywhere else. See? All over the counter. And that's not even enough water. Okay, more water boiling. It needs to go halfway up the jars there. Okay. We are going to put these in the oven and water bath them for 30 minutes. Like I said, I don't think there's enough room in here for these all, but we're going to try that. We'll be back here in a little bit. I'll show you guys what they look like when they're done. Okay. That's the timer. It's been 30 minutes. Let's open this up. I need to move my camera just a little bit so I can get the oven open all the way. There we go. All right. Now, these have been in for 30 minutes. We are going to do the toothpick test in the thicker ones to make sure. I think I just gave myself a splinter. They're done. We might have to cook them just a little bit longer. I must say, that's got some, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's got a little bit on there, so let's give it 5 more minutes. I'm going to slowly close this up. Oh, goodness. Okay, 5 more minutes, and we'll come back and put our cherries on. I put it in an easier thing to pour, hopefully. Hopefully. 5 more minutes. Okay, we are going to carefully distribute cherry sauce on each one. And then we will lid them and bake them in the oven for another 10 minutes. Oh no, I'll have to clean that one. And I gotta steal some. Whoops. Okay, that one's not gonna have a lot. Not evenly distributed, huh? That's okay. Let's get the lids on. See, this is where I said, I don't know if they're gonna fit in here right. I'm thinking my sister did these in batches. That's why she made so many different kinds. But we'll figure it out, right? Okay, lids are on. 10 more minutes in the oven. Then we'll take them out, let them cool in the pan, and then we stick them on top of a towel and let them hopefully seal. Let's find out.
No, you're right. They didn't have pressure canners in the old days. So whenever they cool, they seal?
Yeah, so they
right
gotta
now you see
cool.
the little buttons are all up?
All the little buttons are up. So when they cool, after they cool, I put them down on the towel and they should start popping and sealing and stuff, so. It is 11:45. I'm going to leave this on, and hopefully this one here I'm worried about because it's not level, so I don't know if I got it sealed properly, and there's like 2 of them. I don't know, but you can see that they're still raised. Hopefully they start sealing. Otherwise, I'm going to be eating a lot of cheesecakes the next couple of days and giving them away. I have a towel right below this pan, so I'm just going to start taking these out one by one. And put them on the towel here. I will move this pan as soon as I'm done so we can watch the lids to see if they seal. got a little wet there. These are not easy to lift out. And get this out of the way. Damn, I'm a messy girl, aren't I? Crash, bang, boom. Let's just put these over here. And let's see if they seal. I heard one pop. I think that one popped, you guys. I heard it pop. I heard a pop. Okay. To be honest, I think I did it wrong. One I know sealed for sure, and it's only been like 20 or 30 minutes, but I think I hand tightened them too tight. It's just supposed to be like put on there loosely, I guess. And one of them was still loose when I pulled it out, and then I set it down and I heard the pop when I was just barely like touching it with a paper towel to get the water off of it. I heard the pop. So that's what I'm thinking. The other ones I tightened and put it back in the water. So I will be putting those in the refrigerator after they cool, and I'll try them tomorrow and oh wait, you know, it's early enough. I bet I can try one tonight after dinner. I'm not going to do the one that's sealed. I'll keep that one shelf stable. And the other ones I'm going to put in the refrigerator. So I will probably eat some and give some away. And hopefully I'll get the jars back so I could try it again. So this is a fail, not fail, because I still get to eat them, right? Yeah, I love cheesecake. So we will try this again. And now I know what I did wrong. I also bought some other jars to make apple butter. I love apple butter. And that's something I've never made. Never made jellies and jams. Um, I've never actually made applesauce even. And you can make all that stuff and can it and water bath it, uh, just like that vanilla I showed you guys earlier. So, I will post this video as a win fell video, and I'm going to also post my butter fiasco I did earlier. Today was just one of those days. I'm going to blame it on the thyroid thing, because I am not on my game right now. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Oh, wait. I'll be back later. I gotta eat some of that cheesecake, right? Right now I'm outside. I'm enjoying the weather. It's not too hot. It's a little cloudy, which makes it a little muggy. But I can sit on my porch and enjoy the time I get out here with all my beautiful flowers. Look at all that. They've spilled onto my neighbor's property, his porch.
You're so weird.
So some of my jars actually sealed. I got 7 of them out of the 12. These ones I put in the refrigerator, and I'm gonna see if they actually sealed. I numbered them, so.
This one's button just popped down.
Oh. See, and it said, you know, it could be 12 hours or later.
It ain't just falling right off either.
This one's actually.
That was sealed. This one I think is too. I can't push it up and I'm putting pressure on it.
Yay. So that's what it looks
like.
Oh
yeah, it went whenever I popped it up.
I'm gonna.
That boy sealed. And there is the chewy cheesecake inside.
Oh, look at that. Completely done. Yum. I'm gonna try a bite of this. That's so creamy. And the cherry, yum. I could taste just a little bit of that cinnamon in the crust. Oh, yummy. Okay. Success. Not a fail. I believe
For a guy who doesn't like baked fruit, I like it.
My husband back there devouring one. And I think they all sealed. So the ones in the refrigerator, they probably sealed. They just didn't pop down. And Google said that they could be sealed, but sometimes they don't pop. But next time I do them, I am not going to tighten them as hard as I tighten them. I don't know how to explain it. So loosely put the lids on them, and then after they finally are cooled and sealed, then you tighten them down. So I've got some on my shelf, and maybe they'll last a year. Probably not.
Ah.